there is an effort to get you to come out and play with Legos. Sounds like fun. The goal is to build a Lego creation based on local architecture. Joining us now to talk about this upcoming event, we've got Melvin from Big Picture Press and Theodore Evans from Barnes Noble. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. First off, I just got to say, you know, my eyes look over and I see Legos that look like a city skyline. Tell us about this.
That's right. Legos has a brand new line out called Lego Architecture.
Okay.
And so Lego events have always been very successful at Barnes Noble. And we're having a new architecture Lego event at Barnes Noble Minnetonka.
Right.
And when this came down, we said it would be a perfect partnership between a local architectural journalist to host the event.
Exactly. I mean, and Karen, you're the expert on all of this. How big of a deal is it that you're using, you know, fun toys really for kids to actually kind of create something that in real life has a pretty big significance here in Minnesota?
Well, that's right. These are the two books that I published. One is The Wild About Architecture by Betty Hamill, and her husband was Dick Hamill of Hamill, Green and Abramson Architects. And one of their first offices was the Hubbard Building. So they designed and built the Hubbard Building, and which is right here where we are. That's where we are.
KSTP, in case for any viewers who don't know, so love that connection there.
Yeah, and Betty wrote, this is really a retrospective and a memoir of her architectural writings. She's been writing for the last 30 years after Dick's death. He died in '86. And it is about her personal journey in architecture. And so there are some of her stories that she's written, but also her personal travel stories. And so that's kind of connects into what we see in the Lego line, because the Trevi Fountain in Rome, Venice skyline we're going to be building at Barnes Noble today.
And you and Betty are both going to be there to sign these books, no?
That's right. This is Betty's book, and then Betty also contributed to this book. This is my book, The Great Houses of Summit Avenue, and it's an architectural tour, an interior tour through all the beautiful houses, the mansions on Summit Avenue.
Really special. Love those. I think we all love them, and we would check them out on Summit Avenue. So nice. They get to meet you guys, get a book signed, pick one of those up at Barnes Noble, and this is fun for the whole family. You've got sort of 10 and up, and then you've got some stuff for the adult crowd, so really anyone can participate.
That's right. These are listed at 14 and up, and at 1 o'clock you can come on out and see. It really is for anybody with a kid on heart, whether it's 14 or up to 99.
Absolutely.
Betty herself is in her 90s, and she is,
love that.
I hear she's a whippersnapper. She's ready to come out and coach the kids on building. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be 1 o'clock.
An inspiration, kind of growing that next generation of architects. All right, thanks so much.